27. It was our 9th consecutive day at or above 105. We have just all sorts of records and numbers to talk about with you. So I wanted to take a few minutes here ahead of our 10 o'clock show and just kind of walk through everything with you. And then we hope that you can join us again for our full newscast at 10 o'clock, where we will have even more on the forecast for you. All right, let's hop into things here. And I've got Facebook and all the chats and everything pulled up here. So here's a live look right now over the Dell Diamond. Looks like the Express might be playing a game this evening. Maybe we'll see some fireworks later. 97, the current temperature for Camp Mabry. So it is 9:22 and temperatures are still in the upper 90s. 94 for the airport right now. The feels like is still 97. So the feels like temperatures through this week have actually been, in some instances, a little below the air temperature just because the humidity is not as formidable as what we had back last week. So these are the numbers across the area today. The high was 107 today for Austin. Again, that did tie the daily record. It was 103 today at the airport. Taylor hit 104. Georgetown hit 105. It was 109 today for Llano. There were a couple additional sensors. I saw Lakeway reported a temperature of 110 degrees today. So some really, really stout numbers. Brian is asking, when will it rain? Yeah, that is the question on everyone's mind. The best I can do, and don't expect much, but there's a very slim rain chance for Saturday and Sunday this weekend. We're talking only a 10% rain chance or so, but we'll get into those details here coming up. A few more numbers for you. So here's where we've been so far this month. Again, since the 10th, Monday of last week, it has been at or above 105 each day. So that is 9 consecutive days at or above 105, and that actually ties us for the record of the longest stretch at or above 105. We are tied with August of 1923. Anybody remember that one? We will likely break that record tomorrow, and I do have a couple of days that will be close, but it is a very real possibility. In fact, it's what I have in the forecast. We could be at or above 105 through at least the next 7 days. We might not just break this record. We may get some good separation from this record. One more slide of numbers for you. The average temperature so far this month has been 90.4 degrees. We are 0.2 degrees behind last year as far as ranking the hottest Julys on average. It is very possible that later on this week we surpass last July and we do in fact see the hottest July on record this year. Okay. Here's the hourly forecast for tomorrow. Tammy says it is too hot. April's just saying, ugh. Trust me, I feel the same way. I wish I had a better forecast for us. Unfortunately, we called it last week a persistence forecast. It's still pretty much the same deal. We may get a drop of 2 or 3 degrees this weekend at best. I just don't see anything significant changing in our forecast between now and at least the end of the month. And we know if you're looking to August for cooler weather, then you're most of the time going to be left unhappy. So hourly tomorrow, 107 in Austin. That would be another daily record. The daily record tomorrow is 106. Here's the area-wide forecast, 104 for Bastrop tomorrow. I have 103 for LaGrange, Giddings 103, Lockhart and San Marcos also around 104. Llano's going to be about 107 tomorrow, Mason 105 tomorrow. Current numbers across the state, it is still 100 right now in Del Rio. I believe Dallas hit, I believe it was 108 today. Whatever the number was, it was the hottest day so far of the summer for Dallas as the heat dome, which yesterday was back over the Four Corners. Now it is kind of nosed into West Texas, so it's closer to us, and it stays in pretty much that same spot for tomorrow, and that's why, again, our weather's not really changing that much. Any sort of discernible difference, is only going to be a matter of 1 or 2 degrees. So let's track it forward. Tomorrow, the heat dome is still pretty much right over us. What happens, though, this weekend, and we want to be very transparent about not expecting anything dramatic here, but the heat dome is going to weaken a little bit, and it's going to push away back to the west, at least temporarily. What that will do is, again, drop the temperatures very slightly. I'm talking anywhere from 1 to 3 degrees for Saturday and Sunday. And then aloft in the atmosphere, because of the orientation of the high pressure, we actually get in a north-northwest flow aloft. That can be more suitable for bringing us at least some sort of a rain chance. I think there's kind of a weak frontal boundary that'll get close to us on Saturday. but I just don't think all the ingredients are really coming together for us as far as any sort of meaningful cool down or as far as any sort of meaningful rain chances. So these are the temperatures over the next 5 days. Our 107 may get as low as 105 for Saturday and Sunday. So I do think this weekend will at least be out of, record high territory, but it's certainly still going to be above average heat for this time of the year, and it's certainly still going to be significant. I suspect we'll still need heat advisories likely through the weekend, at least here in Austin. So the 7-day forecast we know is hot. Most of the questions that people have been asking me revolve around, do you see anything in the distance? Is this going to change? When will this change? When will it rain? When? Unfortunately, our 8 to 14 day outlook is still showing a bullseye over Texas July 26th through August 1st with a near certainty of hotter than average temperatures. So I think that not just our 7-day forecast, but our outlook for the next 2 weeks through the end of July is looking very similar. Again, I'm not saying that each afternoon is going to be 107, 108, but I think most afternoons are going to be 105 or higher through the rest of this month, at least based on the data that we are seeing right now. Allergy count today, grass was medium, mold was medium, weeds were in the low count. One other thing flying around out there, we do have some Saharan dust, which I wanted to say Saharan smoke. There's some wildfire smoke, especially in Hays County, but we do have some Saharan dust, which has made it into central Texas, and a few more plumes of that will be possible over the coming days. All right, and here's your 7-day forecast. Again, the best we can do for rain chances is going to be a 10%, and that is on Saturday and Sunday. If you were to get a little shower at the perfect time, maybe we could get under 105, but I'm not going to bet on that. I have 105 in the forecast for Saturday and Sunday. Next week, just as hot, Monday around 106, Tuesday around 105. So that is the latest that I have for you. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm trying to think, what else do we not go over? Oh, fire danger. I do want to talk about our fire danger. We did have a new fire pop up in Hays County today, and the list of our KVUE counties which are under burn bans continues to increase. So here are the updated burn bans. This now includes Travis and Williamson. It actually includes all of our counties except for Gillespie County. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you in Gillespie County too, please avoid outdoor burning if you can. The worst of our drought conditions are actually in Gillespie County right now. So this goes for just about all of us. Here is the fire outlook for the next 2 days. The yellow there is high fire danger. The peach is very high fire danger. So especially tomorrow, we're going to have areas across the hill country and across northwest Travis experiencing very high fire danger. Burn bans newly in effect, so let's just avoid outdoor burning. Let's be really, really careful with these type of numbers. 7-day should be hyphenated. You know what? It probably should be. I might need to change that graphic. Amy is asking, does Bell County have one? I believe at latest check, I'm going to pull up our Texas A&M burn ban map real quick. I pay closer attention to the KVUE counties. Bell County is just north of our KVUE area, but I will look it up for you real quick. Bell County is now included in a burn ban. I will get our graphic fixed. Bell County and then as far as counties north of us, Bell County and San Saba County are included in burn bans as well. All right, so I think that is about all I have for you. Again, I'll show you the high temperatures that we have in the forecast for tomorrow, for Wednesday. 107 for Austin, 104 for Georgetown, Llano 107, Fredericksburg 102, Blanco 102, San Marcos 104, 103 for Schulenburg, LaGrange. And then I do want to show you our heat alerts also. One more graphic for you. Here, I'm going to leave you on the Skycam here for one moment while I get our heat graphic set up here. Here we go. So here is the situation with our heat alerts for tomorrow. Jackson tuning in. How you doing, Jackson? I appreciate you joining us this evening. What's your take on this heat? Jackson is our local weather expert here. Heat alerts tomorrow. It will technically, as of now, be a downgrade to a heat advisory for Austin. It would not surprise me if National Weather Service wakes up tomorrow and says, hey, maybe we need to upgrade this for Travis County. But it's a heat advisory for now until 9 p.m. Wednesday evening. For Milam, Llano, and Mason County, there is still going to be an excessive heat warning. Again, the humidity is much lower this week, so it's not a situation like last week where we have these alerts that are driven by the feels like temperature. It's just driven by the air temperature, which is hot enough by itself. Again, in the heat advisory area, we could be as hot as about 107. For parts of Mason, Llano, and Milam County, it's possible we could have some 108s, if not a little bit hotter. So that is what I'm tracking for you. I will leave you with that. We'll sign off here. It is 9:32. We'll have our full newscast coming up at 10 o'clock on KVUE here in just a few moments, and we really hope that you guys can join us there. Thank you for tuning in with us. Y'all, I hope are staying cool, staying hydrated, and staying safe out there with this heat. Tammy, I appreciate it. Y'all have a good night, and I will see you here in about a half hour on KVUE News at 10 o'clock.